All right, welcome everybody, and thank you for waiting a moment while we were wrapping up in here. Prior to this meeting, the board conducted an executive session to review new member training and onboarding materials. The purpose of this meeting is to conduct the business of the Gettysburg Area School District. Board directors meetings and committee meetings are open to the public but are not public meetings. All school district residents who wish to make public comment should sign in prior to the start of the meeting and request to speak during citizens' participation. School district residents wishing to speak to the board shall do so only during the citizen participation section of the meeting. Public comment is welcome and all issues will be referred to the appropriate board committee or administrator. Comments will be summarized in the official board minutes, which will be available by contacting the business office. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones and other electronic devices. All right, and all of our board members are accounted for. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, that brings us to notices and communications. Dr. Massner. Oh, just kidding. So sorry. Notices and communications. It is me. Are there... That includes 3.1 cash item activity summary, 3.2 capital projects fund report, 3.3 year-end projections report, 3.4 food service report, and 3.5 the high school student activities report. Are there any questions on those items?
I do have questions, but I'm not going to belabor
Okay.
with this. I will send a message to you.
Fantastic. Great, thank you. All right.
I do have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank
Kathleen.
you. 3.5 high school activities report. I'm just curious, are all of these accounts self-funded?
Yes.
Thank you. And then for any that may be running in a deficit, I see just one. Does the district offer any kind of grant opportunity or some way to rescue them? Thank you.
Any further questions on those items? Okay, thank you. Moving on to citizens' participation. Dr. Moore.
Thank you, President Alice. We have one member of the public who has asked to address us this evening. Kenneth, if I mispronounce your last name, my apologies. Kenneth Calabrese. Is that close?
Absolutely perfect.
Oh, good.
Hey, good evening. At last meeting, you invited people to participate from the public. It was clear that that was very genuine. So, you know, I'm going to say a few words here. Last meeting, there was discussion on committee assignments. My suggestion would be to actually add some committees. You guys are tremendously busy, and unless you happen to be retired, I don't know how you can support all the work you do, and you do a fine job, by the way. But anyway, so create more committees to kind of spread it out. But the other thing would be to add so a board member would be a chair of whatever committee. But that you also have a co-chair that would be somebody that either, because of the nature of the work that they would do, would be a clear representative from another group. So on one of them, like for fundraising and stuff like that, the Gettysburg Area Education Foundation would be a clear, well, that would be a clear choice for somebody to co-chair that. So if there isn't a clear organization that would fit as that co-chair, then go to the next in priority would be people that were not successful, you know, but because they've indicated they're willing to put in the time, and that's the big thing. It's not running for someone. It's putting the time in to do the work. Offer to them, and if not, then to seek volunteers from the public through the Citizens Advisory Committee, which is one of the committees I'm going to recommend. So what are my recommended committees? And these are, and you don't have to respond back, by the way. And I appreciate last time is like, if we can answer right away, we will. These are just things for consideration. You know, you already have the Policy and Governance Committee. an actual career and technical education advisory committee. And by the way, I went to a couple of different school boards to see what type of committees they had to use kind of as a guide so we don't reinvent the wheel. And the co-chair for that would either be ACTI or HACC. I think one that is, I think, vitally important is the Citizens Advisory Committee. This is where, in particular, the co-chair would go out to different communities and get input and probably come here during this session and say, hey, this is what I heard from the people on the ground, what they would like to input. But it's also a way to get volunteers, get the engagement from the broader community. Community I'm in did a fundraising for Toys for Tots. They collected 71 bicycles, 7 cars worth of toys. Another fundraiser they did was for veterans that were in need over the Christmas time for food. In the space of 7 days, they raised $3,500. So people are out there willing to participate, either hours or funds. Curriculum and Instruction Committee. The nature of education has changed, from when I went to school a few years ago. Now, with ACTI, you have kids that are going to graduate high school and go immediately into the workforce. You have kids that are going to go into, like, community college. Okay, you've got kids are going to go to college. So their plan is to go to a regular, 4-year college. So I think, reviewing the curriculum to feed each one of those potential outcomes from the students, I think would be helpful. And then the only other one is Gifts for Education Committee. And this is a tie-in with Gettysburg Area Education Foundation. Through all my different searches and stuff, I came across them because I wanted to know if I wanted to donate money, can I donate it to the Gettysburg Area School District? Well, the answer is no, but you've got the foundation where donations could be made. So anyway, those are some ideas, for consideration, and I think it would be helpful to spread the work out. And not only across the board, but also the community. So thank you for your time.
Kenneth, we thank you. I do want you to be aware that there are several of our departments here in the school district do have advisory committees where we're getting a lot of input and participation from the public. I'm personally part of the Pupil Personnel Advisory Committee, where we have counselors and our family navigators are all a part of that. I believe our business department, FFA, and other groups have advisory groups as well. We definitely will consider your donation when you want to make it as well. Sorry. But thank you.
Thank you, Kenneth. I will also say, too, so I sit on the board for the Gettysburg Area Education Foundation, and we have always been talking about how to get more people who want to be involved help out with that. So if you know people and or would be comfortable with me sending your information to Todd Orner, that would be incredibly helpful, too. Sure. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So right before here, we move on to our items for or routine approvals, my apologies, in the spirit of the community. I just wanted to address something that was brought to my attention at the end of the last board meeting. I was told that some community members out in the public felt that they left our last board meeting when we were talking about the way that we are looking to run our meetings moving forward as not sounding supportive of the work of the former board members that were here in the last board of 9. So I wanted to apologize for that and just speak personally and say that I learned a lot from working with all of those board members, and that, every board is going to function differently, and I look forward to seeing how this group of 9 can work together, but that does not diminish the way that the former board of 9 was working. And, we know that this role takes on a lot, and there are many parts to it, and many different areas of expertise that come with different members of the board. So I want to take a moment just to thank again the former board members, the 5 that we had on, or 4, I guess, since Kathleen's still here, beforehand, to thank them for their service and commitment and all the things that they brought to our district over the years. With that being said, let's move on to our routine approvals. Items 5.1 to 5.4, that's our agenda, our financial report, approval of the high school course selection guide, lots of great courses on that list, human resources recommendations as well. So we'll take those as a clump. If I could have a motion for approving items 5.1 to 5.4.
So moved.
Second.
Great, thank you. Any discussion on those items?
Actually, just a note to say congratulations to Lisa Forsyth, custodian at Franklin Township. We thank her for her 17 years of service as she retires.
Right on.
Thank you, Kathleen. Any other thoughts? Great, we will vote. Mike?
Yes.
Donna?
Yes.
Ryan?
Yes.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Al?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Justine?
Yes.
And I vote yes. All right, items for board action, we're going to take these individually. We are 6.1, we are nominating and approving a board representative to the ACTE Joint Operating Committee for a 3-year term. Every school district, a part of that, has a representative on that board, so we need to appoint somebody for that. Could I'm opening the floor for nominations.
Mr. President, Tim Sigmund.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any other nominations? Great, thank you. Hearing none, we'll close the floor for nominations and put forward Tim Sigmund to vote either yay or nay, since we have one candidate here. Do I have to go individually down the line to vote for that? I would assume. I will do that. Okay, great. I could say all in favor. Oh, yeah, okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Great. Congratulations, Mr. Sigmund. All right, our next one, 6.2, we have,
Do we need an alternate as well?
yep, correct. That is item 6.2.
sorry.
Thank you. So we are now opening the floor. In the case that Mr. Sigmund is unable to attend a meeting, we are required to have an alternate. So that is what 6.2 is for. Opening the floor for nominees.
I would like to nominate Justine Sieg.
Second.
Great, thank you. Any other nominations? Great, thank you. Okay, now I know how to do this. Here we go. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Great, thank you. Congrats. All right, so we have our 2 for there. Moving on, we are also this evening nominating and selecting chair people for the 2 committees that we have. 6.3 is the Finance and Facilities Chairperson selection. So I'm opening the floor for nominations for that role.
Mr. President, Tim Sigmund.
Do I have a second for that?
I second.
Great, thank you. Any other nominations for the Finance and Facilities Chairperson?
I would nominate Dave Seitz.
Okay, thank you. Let me get a second for that.
Second.
Okay, great, thank you. So we have 2 candidates on the floor. Any other nominations?
No, but is this the time when we can amend the recommendation?
Sure, yeah, so I believe so. I think we can continue to discuss how that goes. Go ahead.
I would like to make a recommendation, since we have 2 highly qualified individuals in Tim Sigmund and Dave Seitz, that we consider that position becoming co-chairs.
I would think that would have to be a motion.
Right, so that would then be this next thing we do, because we haven't made a motion yet. Okay, so then we're looking for there to be somebody to give a motion to vote for Tim Sigmund and Dave Seitz as co-chairs of the Finance and Facility Committee.
Well, what does that do to 6.3? Because that's on the agenda.
So to select a Finance and Facilities Chairperson, so it does list it maybe perhaps as one person rather than 2? are we able to amend that and put forward a motion for it?
You could amend the item to read as to elect 2 co-chairs, and that would have to be approved, and then you could vote in.
Got it. Thank you. So prior to that, then, I'm looking for an amendment, looking to vote on an amendment, or someone has to make a motion for the amendment?
has to make a motion
Okay,
to amend
looking for a motion
6.3.
for someone to amend 6.3 to read
Co-chairs.
as co-chairs rather than a single chairperson. Thanks. Thanks, Mike.
Alice? I'd like to make a motion to amend 6.3 to facilities, finance facilities, as selecting 2 co-chair people for that position.
I'll second.
Great, thank you. It's appropriate that it's coming from both of you. I appreciate that. All right, let us vote on that amendment. I'll go back through the list. Why not? Donna,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
Kathleen,
Yes.
Al,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Justine,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
and I vote yes. All right, so now we're looking for a motion for our 2 co-chairs. No, that amended the, yeah, unfortunately, but I love being thorough.
I
Great.
would like to make a motion to elect as 2 co-chairs Tim Siegman and David Seitz.
Second.
Wonderful. Thank you. Any discussion? I think we already did that. Okay, great. Ryan,
Yes.
Kathleen,
Yes.
Al,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Justine,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Donna,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Well, congratulations, and thank you for working through us on that, all the policy language there. Thanks for your help as well, Morgan.
Thanks. Can I make a suggestion that we do the same thing for policy before we go any further, so it's ratified before we go any further?
That we do what for policy? My apologies.
Co-chairs for, or possible for co-chairs, are you going to nominate people first?
Well, if you're making a motion to amend that,
That's what
And make it, yes.
Do that now before we go any further with.
if we're going to do co-chairs, you can make a motion to do that as co-chairs as well, and then we can do nominations after.
But could I suggest we first see if there are, in fact, 2 people who would be interested in being chairs of that committee? Does it make a difference?
I think the way we just did it, I think, worked, so I'm happy to open the floor and then see if there are more than one. We could also explore that same option.
That works.
Now that we know how it works. Okay, great. So I'm opening the floor for nominations for the policy committee chairperson.
I'd like to nominate Kathleen Pratt, pending the board and administration being willing to possibly change the time frame to make it convenient for the chairperson and committee to attend.
Okay, are there any other nominations?
I nominate Al.
Any seconds?
Second.
Great. This would be the moment to know if this is a desire to do.
Well, we could, except I'm really not available during the current time, but if you are, then I would be happy to step back.
Yeah, I
There
suppose.
doesn't have to be a change in the meeting time.
We could change it and still be co-chairs. Change it up.
Are you two amenable to working together
Yes,
as co-chairs?
I am. Yeah.
Great. Well, then in this case, as long as that is something that you also are fine doing, then we can rewrite. I see what you mean. Yeah. So just for the public's information, in terms of when these committees meet, they meet on a Tuesday or a Thursday at 4 p.m. and that has traditionally, or at least recently, in recent history, been difficult for board members to attend. So we're hoping that we can be involved and that the board committees can be functional board committees with board members and board chairs attending. So looking now for that amendment that Mr. Sigmund suggested earlier for 6.4.
Alice, I would like to make a motion to amend policy 6.4, for policy committee chair to be like we did for 6.3 with co-chairs.
Wonderful, thank you. A second for that, please. I can do that. Okay, great. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right. Now we're looking for, without any further nominations, we're looking for a motion for those two for co-chair.
So moved.
Okay, so a motion for Al Moyer and Kathleen Pratt to be co-chairs by Dave Seitz. Is there a second on that?
Second.
Wonderful. Can I do the same
Yes.
thing? Oh, wonderful. All right, I like this a lot. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Wonderful. Congratulations. I enjoy our co-chair situation here. All right, moving on to a couple policies we have. Items for board action. Am I able to put those two together? If there's no need to separate them, I will. Looking at approving policy 204, the attendance policy, that's 6.5, and 6.6, which is policy 204.1, credit denial. Looking for a motion to vote on those two.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Great. All right, Ryan.
Yes.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Al?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Justine?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Donna?
Yes.
And I vote yes. That brings us to our information items. 7.1, administration building renovations. It's a revised project scope and budget. And I believe Josh is here in case there are questions or to review part of that.
Yeah, I can run through this real quick here. So back in May of this year, eight months ago now, the board approved us to move forward with a design contract with Barton Engineering to design HVAC renovation project for the administration building here. At that point, estimates were construction cost estimates, overall project estimates were $4.6 million. Executed the agreement, and we did a couple months of design, and the estimates for what the intended scope was came in at about $6.8 million, obviously significantly higher than what we'd anticipated. So we dropped back a little bit and just tried to get the best value out of the project. So with the information provided, there's three options beyond what the it's three options. Option one being the $6.8 million that I just mentioned for the original scope, which was HVAC building wide. But a close second in importance was getting the IT department in a consolidated location in the building, which was going to be the attic. And a key component of that was getting the main server room that serves the entire school district, not just this building, but the entire school district, up out of the basement and kind of in a high and dry location, so to speak, that being the attic. Option two came in at about $6.5 million, which did not include any work in the attic. But in lieu of that, we were proposing putting a one-story structure just beyond this wall over here behind the big screen. That new space would be approximately about the same size as this existing boardroom and would function as the new boardroom. This area here would be renovated into the IT space, additional conference room space, as well as a few offices, is what the intention was for that. And then we took it a step further, just looking at economies of scale and also planning for future growth here at the administration building. And we were planning on or proposing having an ad alternate for a second level above the first level I just described over here to be built at the same time, just to take advantage of really, again, the economies of scale. If you're doing a project, it's going to be cheaper to put the second level on at that time rather than come back and do it at a later date, whether it be 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. That second level would add about another $1 million to a total up to be about $7.5 million. So again, administrative recommendation would be to go with option two, which would be to add the first level that I had discussed, and then we would just have an ad alternate that we would get bid prices on, and then the board can make a decision as to whether they wanted to opt for that ad alternate or not. That's a real quick run through. We do intend on discussing this, if so desired, at this Thursday's Facilities and Finance Committee meeting. And then next meeting, We intend on having it on for information again for further discussion, and then we will put it forth for action at the next board meeting. So, any questions on that?
Solar breakouts online for us.
Yes.
Yeah, Kathleen, go ahead.
Thank you. I do have a question. So, language in the public content section of our agenda says, quote, if the base project scope is approved. So when we talk about the base project scope, is that the recommended 6.475 million?
Yeah, the administrative recommendation would be for the 6.475 million, rounded up to 6.5, as I was saying. That would include full renovation of the existing building as it is now, and then the addition of the one-story structure on the other side of the wall in the parking lot.
Thank you.
Any further questions?
I do.
Okay,
Just to-
go ahead.
Sorry, my microphone's not working, but just to clarify, you're not looking for an action for 2 more meetings. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Next meeting is information again, and then action.
That's correct, and we'll also discuss it this coming Thursday. It'll be an agenda item if anybody wants to discuss it then.
Thank you.
Any additional questions? Okay.
Sorry, I just have one more.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
just in terms of this second level expansion, is there any examples for what that space might be used for?
What the intention was is to, we would have it finished and would actually look, interior finishes would be complete. It would look similar to this room here. So it would have all HVAC, lighting, interior finishes, and then we would put a raceway around the perimeter. So we would have all our power and teledata as necessary. And what I foresaw giving us the best flexibility would probably be not permanent office walls, but probably a temporary cubicle, kind of a cubicle furniture type setup that provides a lot of latitude with spacing and flexibility to resize and so forth, just kind of build it out as we needed it. We could also use it as a large training area, conference area, just provide a lot of flexibility.
And just to confirm that my notes are accurate from our August meeting, Ms. Wallen, this is actually a question for you. When we were talking about how will we pay for this project, and I wrote down, so please tell me if I was correct in this, that we will pay for this with about $5 million that we have in bonds available, and then the rest of it from the capital project fund, and it should not impact our 26-27 budget.
Correct. The numbers may differ slightly simply because we approved the team room moving forward. So we have bond money available, the remaining would be used first and foremost to close the bonds, then secondly would be funds from our capital reserve account, which again would not impact future taxes. We have the funds set aside for the project.
This building and renovation was part of the capital project items that were on that list, right? And have been for a number of years at this point, too.
It was considered as a part of the project when we were entering in, considering James Geddes and
Right.
Lincoln, and it was removed from the scope at that particular point in time. Therefore, it's one of the reasons why we have funds remaining, simply because we did not expend those total dollars associated with the project at that time.
Great. Thank you both for all that information. If there are no further questions, we'll move on. But again, a reminder that this is going to be talked about a fair amount moving forward, including on Thursday at 4 o'clock at the Finance and Facilities Committee. Moving on to 7.2, high school gym athletics sound system replacement. Are there any questions on that?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Kathleen.
I'm laughing at myself. I'm the queen of questions this evening. All right, so just a quick one. What budget line item is this coming out of, or projected to come out of?
That, I believe, is coming out of our technology budget. Jeff Williams is here, our Director of Operational Technology, if we had any questions about this project.
Yeah, I'll jump in here. So I had a line item on the 5-year cap plan for renovation to gym equipment. So we had funds available in that to take this expense on. But Jeff being the IT guru, this is more kind of in his lane. So facilities will be funding and he'll be implementing.
Got it.
Great, thank you. Any other questions? Okay. We have 3 policies listed here as well. Policy 611, purchases budgeted. Policy 137, home education programs. And the administrative guideline for policy 610, purchases subject to bid or quotation. At the policy committee, a few of these, a couple were mostly just updated amounts that were needed to be changed for this year. Any questions on those policies? Okay, great. Moving on to board committee reports. If there are additional things to add, of course, seeing that some of those policies are listed from the policy committee, and of course, this project is part of finance and facilities. So, Tim, if you have anything else to add?
Meetings this Thursday.
Wonderful. Meetings this Thursday. Please come if you're interested in learning more. And I think the policy committee will meet again next month, and we'll let you know if the time is changing. Right now, it's slotted for the second Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Program reports. Dr. Matzner.
Thank you. Just a few things. We have several of our winter concerts upcoming. I know that Vanessa, our communications coordinator, has sent some of those dates out to the board, but I'll kind of go through them quickly. For anybody who's watching, December 16th is our 6th grade concert at 7 o'clock at the middle school. December 18th, we have our 4th and 5th grade chorus concert, 6 p.m. at the middle school. And then January 28th, we have our 4th and 5th grade orchestra concert at 6 o'clock, followed by our 4th and 5th grade band concert at 6:45. In addition, very quickly, want to just recognize a few people. We actually have what's called our GASD Glows program in our district that, again, Vanessa, our communications coordinator, kind of runs for us. That's a way for anybody to nominate a GASD employee who goes above and beyond expectations. We just recently awarded winners for both the month of November and December, so I'm just going to quickly run through the names. If anyone's out there listening and I pronounce any names wrong, I apologize. But for November, our 3 winners were Ben Riepert from the admin building, Megan Coolball from the high school, and Estefania Veralua from Franklin Township. And then for December, our winners were Shannon Jones from Lincoln Elementary, Crystal Aldridge from the middle school, and Morgan Cooper from James Getty. So I just want to give a quick congratulations to all 6 of them. And I will continue to announce those winners as we go through the rest of the school year at the board meetings. Last but not least, I'm sure everybody is aware that our winter break is coming. Our students are off. Last day of school for them is this Friday, and they will be returning on Monday, January 5th. And I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe holiday. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Master. And Vanessa, thank you for your work on that calendar. We were already, many of us, talking about how nice it is to have that come directly in an email so we can attend when possible. A personal shout out as a music teacher in December. Good luck to all the music teachers who are currently doing concerts and have them coming up, and congrats to those who have wrapped those up. Sending well wishes from behalf of the board towards the teachers and staff and administrators in the school district for your last week here. Hope it goes well. We have our next meeting coming up on that day that we all return back, Monday, January 5th. If there is no other items from the floor, then we will look for a motion to adjourn.
So